Spend enough time looking for ways to speed up a budget Android phone, and you will eventually stumble across videos promising a secret trick. They claim that a buried developer setting actually rebrands budget smartphone silicon as a high FPS gaming powerhouse. The setting they point to is called Graphics Driver Preferences. According to the rumors, flipping this switch removes invisible limiters on your phone's processor and forces your games to run at significantly higher frame rates. This is a real, documented part of the Android operating system, built entirely by Google and present in the code for years. Yet, if you try this on your own phone right now, the most likely result is that the frame rate stays exactly where it was. Google built this feature, buried it in developer options, and on 99% of devices, it is functionally useless. The reason this button fails for almost everyone comes down to the massive difference between building a smartphone and building a gaming PC. This diagram shows the traditional PC pipeline. A company like NVIDIA designs your graphics card, and when they find a bug or optimize a game, they push an update directly to you. You download it, install it, and you're done. Android hardware requires a much longer chain. Silicon designers like ARM or Qualcomm don't sell directly to you. They sell their chips to phone manufacturers, severing the direct relationship with the consumer. Because of that severed link, delivering graphics driver updates to fix performance issues on Android is nearly impossible for the average user. The silicon designer might have a fix ready, but they have no direct way to put it on your device. Google realized this fragmented supply chain was hurting game performance, so they engineered a software bypass to fix it. Graphics driver preferences is the user-facing side of that bypass. Google's solution was to pull the graphics drivers out of the core operating system updates and allow them to be delivered independently, straight through standard app updates. To manage this, Android relies on a whitelist mechanism. The system checks to see if an updatable driver APK has been downloaded to the phone and decides which apps are allowed to use it. This logic gate shows manual routing. Users can force a game down a new pathway to an updated driver APK. System apps are permanently locked out to prevent crashes. But if manufacturers never ship that APK, the switch points at nothing. When you open the developer menu and select Game Driver on a device missing that APK, the operating system simply recognizes the void and quietly routes the game right back to the default driver. The toggle looks like it worked, but your hardware hasn't changed its behavior at all. So why don't manufacturers just provide the drivers? Pushing a graphics update that accidentally breaks compatibility with popular mobile games guarantees massive public backlash, and phone makers carry all the risk if things go wrong. A tiny minority of manufacturers take that risk. Brands like Xiaomi have actually shipped a GPU driver updater on select devices to utilize this pipeline. But across the entire Android ecosystem, they are a rare exception. Ironically, because of the strict system-level padlocks Google designed, experimenting with this setting carries zero risk. The warnings you might read online about causing system instability by flipping the switch are fictional. This is an abandoned engineering solution, a perfectly wired light switch connected to a socket where the manufacturer never bothered to screw in the bulb. You don't need to guess if your phone has the necessary hardware support. You can bypass the viral rumors and verify your specific device in about 30 seconds. Tap your build number 7 times to enable developer options. Open the new menu and scroll down to Graphics Driver Preferences. Tap any game on your list. If the only meaningful option is System Graphics Driver, the updatable driver does not exist on your device. If that option is missing, no amount of troubleshooting, secret ADB commands, or hacking will magically summon code that was never installed in the first place. Knowing this also protects you from the secondary market of fake driver updaters. Search for these missing files online and you'll find third-party APK mirror sites offering to fill the gap. Do not download them. At best, these sketchy files are just useless shortcuts back to the settings page you already checked. At worst, downloading system-level utilities from unverified sources is a massive cybersecurity risk for absolutely zero performance reward. The reason this myth stays alive is purely psychological. The placebo effect in mobile gaming is exceptionally strong, and gamers are eager to believe a hidden menu unlocked a free hardware upgrade. Google built a clever architectural bridge that currently sits idle, waiting for hardware makers to actually use it. Check your menu, accept the reality of your device, and just enjoy the game.